Nick Betch is a pianist and composer from Switzerland with an interesting philosophic vision of music, which is intensively based on repetitions. He played yesterday in Warsaw at the Warsaw Summer Jazz Days Festival, and these are few moments of the show. Your music is heavily based on repetitions. Would you describe yourself as a minimalist?
Well, that's one influence, and it's a musical strategy that we are interested as a group to play with. So we are not playing with loops like you know it from electronic music, but we're playing repeated music. So we work a lot with patterns and interlockings, and this flow that is developing when you're playing repetitions is something that we are very interested in, the result of groove, flow, and the connection, also the formal one.
Is the repetition a specificity of this project called Ronin? What is the difference between this project and the other ones that you have?
Yeah, well, I'm in general interested in repetitive strategies in music, so you can also find this in the music of the other project that is called Mobile, that is in difference an acoustic project where we play much longer concerts, like somehow music rituals. But with Ronin we also work a lot with repetition, but more in a sense of groove, amplified music, also somehow a very subtle improvisation that we work with patterns and variations and varieties. So this interest in flow, groove in combination with repetition and variation you can find in all the music I compose and in all the groups we work together with.
You said that your thinking and music are based on the tradition of urban space. What do you mean exactly?
Well, I grew up in the city, in Zurich, in Switzerland, together also with the drummer Kasper Rast, and we were also playing very early together a lot of groove music. So we are not mainly influenced by a national tradition or a folk music, but in an urban space you meet a lot of styles and a lot of people, and you hear a lot of influences, and there's a certain consciousness for how you work with an influence. For example, Stravinsky took a lot of archaic music but transformed it into a modern orchestra and into a modern aesthetics, and that's a very urban strategy compared to a certain music influence that has more to do with folk or national traditions or a certain style in musical tradition. And this urban consciousness for openness for certain influences, but to transform it with a local community in something own, is for us very important. So you learn a language, but then you develop a dialect, and then you even develop a certain slang with its ironies and certain very unique neighborhood community influences.
what about your next project, the future project?
Well, we work always in somehow in a spiral, so we always go forward to the roots. Somehow we try to work over years with the repetitive strategies we have and the groove strategies. So that's important that we don't change the projects every season. It's also a community that works together, and with our Mondays concerts in our own club where we play every Monday now since 10 years. We will continue to develop the music very softly and slowly forward in terms of to really explore it with a pace, with patience. That it's not so much this kind of avant-garde idea that you have a new project and you change the next season your focus, but it's a very long-term idea that we maybe find also more in the tradition of, for example, Japanese handcraft or Japanese martial arts.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks.